Hey guys, so I'm doing some upgrades in my Jeep. This is one of them. This is the TeraFlex Ultra Cargo Rack. I'm going to put this together. This isn't going to be a step-by-step instruction guide, but I'll try to show you guys as much as possible, specifically maybe some important steps or something like this. So stay tuned. So this is what it looks like when you just open the box. This thing is a foam padding. This was right on the top of this box right here. Been protected well. Check out one of the panels. This was wrapped around another tiny foam, thinner foam like this one here, and some hardware, nuts and bolts and things, corner pieces. I also had another instruction manual inside the box. Inside of this box, that's the other, let me see, that's the basket. So let me take everything out, lay it out, and start assembly. So I took everything out of the box and laid it out on the floor. Other than what you see right here is the basket, and then everything out here that came in the box. What you see over there, they are the hardware part. What I did was I laid it out and I took a picture just in case if I misplaced something during the installation, then I know what I missed. So right here, that's one of the corner pieces. Those are the side rails of the basket. Right here, that's a front portion of the basket. And then this part right here, that's one of the other side pieces. And then the hardware again. And right here, the instruction manual and the corner pieces. Then over there, that's one of the support brackets, and that's it. So let's go over the installation. So I'm in the middle of the installation. I put everything together as far as the rails and nuts and bolts. The key here is to keep everything loose. If you're tightening it, it's going to be pretty difficult to put these last pieces in together. So one of the key features in this installation is to putting this last the corner piece in. So let me demonstrate how I do this last corner piece installation. So I put all the corners in except the last one. Okay. So it's much easier to do the driver's side, the corner piece, rather than the passenger side, because there's another panel attached to the basket on the passenger side. So the way I figure this out, so I have it loose. I put this in halfway, means that just only one part is screwed in right now loosely. So what I do is I'm gonna put this inside like that and then get it in just like that. Okay, and then bring this part in. Right now you're in. Okay, now, oh, one thing, you need a nut inside of this rail here in order to get the bolt screwed into it. All right, so once I do that, and then I would go in from here, look for that nut, and then screwing right in, and that will be the case for all of these nuts into this the corner piece. So another closer shot, how I line this up. So I have the bottom rail lined up into the frame here. Now what I do is I use my screwdriver to line this up, and I have a nut here that goes inside of this. Make sure that get to the nut inside of the rail. Sometimes it's a little difficult to put it in, but you'll get it in there. Yeah, again, you want to keep it loose until you put everything else into the place. Now, it's a matter of doing the same thing for rest of the corner piece. So another shot from outside of the corner piece. I put the nut in, lined up with the hole from the top, and then I got my bolt in here, just like that. Just work it in. Make sure you got the threads. Just like that. And we got that part in. So you're going to do the same thing for this rail and the bottom rail. And then after that, just make sure it's aligned. So I finished putting the corner pieces in. All 4 corner pieces are in. Nuts or bolts are in as well. So you want to make sure this is squared. So I use my framing square to make sure that all lines up. It is. This side lined up. I want to do the same thing for the other side, so you know everything is squared. Okay, so I got the basket installed, and then I put the driver's side panel in as well. That was pretty easy, just lining up with the holes and put the nuts and washers and the bolt. You want to put that one loosely, because then the next step would be to install the side panel. It goes like so. So you want to be able to line up those holes as well as the holes over here, and then tightening those up. Once you put everything together, then most of it is done. As for the rack, it's complete right now. There's a small piece that I have to attach somewhere here that goes into the Jeep. It's right here. Other than that, everything is loose right now, just in case if I need to make some small adjustments. Right here, I got a couple of things. This is the hinge that's supposed to go with that rack, and then this one is the tire mount. I may not need this piece, so I'll think about if I'm going to put it on to my Jeep or not, because I don't run bigger tires on my Jeep, just the factory size, so I don't really need that. But I'm not sure if I use this whole setup, is this going to be a required piece? That's something that I have to look into it as I'm going to install it. I might put it on it just to have it, but I'll think about it. So yeah, for right now, that's it. So the next step is to install that hinge into the Jeep. So this is the hinge that you need to have in order to install the TeraFlex rack. So this is a heavy duty hinge that much better than the factory Jeep hinge that comes with it. So let's take a look at it. So that's what it looks like. Some plugs, TeraFlex logo, looks nice. Stickers, I don't know if I'm going to use these. Yeah, and instructions. These instructions are usually really nice. They are very detailed. Let's see. Yep. So inside of this, it's another box. So if I take this out, very nicely packed. There's no way that this is going to get damaged during the shipping. Oh, it's heavy. It is heavy. Pretty heavy. It's the hardware part. Yeah, it's very heavy duty. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Let's see what's in the box here. Also nicely packed. Rubber bushing, some plugs, also other rubber pieces, and as well as the another metal piece. This one's the same. A wrench comes with it, and that's what you have inside the box. This is the TeraFlex tire carrier that goes with all of these system. The rack, the hinges, and the tire carrier if I'm going to use a bigger tire. So let's see what's inside of it. Again, nicely packed, instructions, stickers, all kind of stuff here. Just the side here. Yeah, it looks like it's steel. And the hardware parts. That's a brace. And this is the that actually is the part that this fits into. So hey guys, so today I'm going to install the TeraFlex hinged carrier on my Jeep Wrangler here. The first step is to take off all of these plastic parts. I think I'm gonna go ahead and install the tire carrier as well, so we'll have a complete setup. Let's take the plastic parts out. So next is to take the tail light out. So now I took the tail light off. Next I put some blocks underneath here to support the door while after I take the door hinges out. So these are all 13mm sockets that I can use. So I put the hinge on. So before you tightening those nuts, just make sure the holes all lines up. The other thing is you don't want to forget to plug this hole here, and it's pretty easy. So you put your nuts afterwards. So I finished installing the hinge. It wasn't too difficult. Just you need to line up those holes along with this hinge right here, and open that. Hey guys, so it's been several months since I finished this installation. I wanted to use it for several months and put it to good use before I finish this video, so you guys can have a better understanding about this rack. First of all, installing the rack into the Jeep is pretty easy. It really is 6 bolts, 4 from here, another one here, and 1 screw here. That basically goes into the tailgate and holds the rack in place. There's a couple of things that you want to remember. You have 2 spaces. There's one here, and there's another spacer here that you do not want to forget to install into. Okay, and then I also decided to put this heavy duty tire carrier in as well, so I have the whole unit. Later on, if I decided to put a larger tire, I don't have to take this apart and then put it back in together. The other thing is, this unit is extremely heavy. It's at least 100 pounds. So you do want some help from some of your friends, or you want to be able to hang this up somewhere and then having some leverage while you're putting these screws into. I had 2 friends helping me on this project like you saw. An important part of this installation is to figuring out a way to rewire and replace your brake light, because even you are going to use your factory tire carrier and you may not going to be able to use the full setup, because all of this stuff and the tire in front of this is going to block the brake light. Okay, so what I would recommend, either rewiring it, basically you cut your wire and then put 2 extra wires and then rewire it to up here. You have another option. If you would buy an aftermarket brake light like this one, and that would fit right on your nuts here, and then basically attaching that hook into your existing brake light harness. Okay, you could do that, but in my case that was not an option, because I'm also going to install this jerrycan holder that basically goes in here, and then my tire goes in afterward, and this will go in right in front of it, just like so. So this way, when I have my tire on and a driver behind me won't be able to see this brake light, right? So that's the reason why I went ahead and rewired it and put it up here. If you're going to use the heavy duty tire carrier from the TeraFlex, they will send you 2 extra lug nuts like these. These are a little longer than the normal ones, and they will basically hold your tire right in place, okay? And then there's another plate goes up high up like this, that basically screws into these holes here. There are threads inside of this nut here, and then you can put this brake light right onto that. But none of those options were for me because I was going to use this jerry can holder. So basically, after putting the jerry can, my brake light will be all covered up. So the only option that I have is to bring the brake light up here. That way it's all out of the way and it's ready to go. I don't have to take it in and out in case if I had a flat tire or anything like that. So guys, so far I really like this rack. It's really convenient for me to have this rack rather than stuffing everything inside the Jeep and takes up all the space. So basically I have 3 action packers and I put all my camera gears and all my camping gears right inside of that and strap it up and I'm ready to go. So those are packed in my garage, and anytime I want to go on camping or go on anywhere, all I have to do is take those 3 action packers and I'm ready to go. And then I got jerry can holder for my extra water. So guys, you guys can hook all kind of stuff in here and it's really convenient, like I was saying. High lift jack, if you have an axe or whatever you guys can think of, you can basically figure out a way to hook into this unit over here. So guys, as for the negatives, I think this rack is extremely heavy and I wish TeraFlex had another option that you can buy with aluminum rack, and I would definitely pay extra money for that. And then the other thing is the brake light. They should have a way to bring this brake light up here with a bracket. What I have right now is some zip ties and I have to figure out a way to hook this brake light into. The last is this will block almost all the view that you can have from your rear view mirror, but it's a really small price to pay for a good product that you have in your Jeep. And that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, like. I'll have more updates on my Jeep, and I had a few more upgrades that I put it into, and subscribe if you like. Have a good one guys. Stay safe.